All right, so today's the day we are making some Tom Kha soup. We went shopping at the Asian market. This is Jenny Primeaux. She sold this soup and we'll be selling some more of it. So I think she sold out already and we haven't even made it. We didn't tell everybody that that was going to be $75 a piece. But when you pick up, make sure you have the money. Anyway, this is Jay Florsheim. He is Peace, Love, and Smoked Cheese. He brought some wonderful cheeses for us today, and he wanted to kind of come and hang out and see how to make the Tom Kha soup. So we're going to get to it. We're going to prep these ingredients. When you're using a wok, you want to make sure that you're completely prepped because everything will go so fast. It will take us longer to prep than it will to cook this recipe. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. All right, so we're going to get to prepping some ingredients, and basically we will prep each thing that we have in front of us: bell pepper, onion, lemongrass, the mushrooms. So what Shane over at Deuces showed me was this, and I got this little knife, but he says cut off this, and I tell you, cooking with somebody else always learn something. Yeah. I've got a trash bowl here. I like to work with the trash bowl.
Me too.
But anyway, we're going to cut just those ribs out, and then that just falls out.
Nice.
And but you said you have a technique, so show me your technique.
I have a couple actually. So the one that's very similar to that is you just kind of make one cut inside, and I pull a little bit, just kind of angle my knife.
I have never seen that before. That is impressive.
And then it removes everything. I mean, you still have to get a little bit of the seeds off, but
yeah.
So there's that one.
All right, so Jenny, Jay, and Sunday dinner guy here. The other one's outside. He's not helping. But anyway, we're back and we have prepped we have shopped everything, we have prepped everything, and now we're going to cook everything up. This is our Tom Kha, and it is an amazing soup that I've actually won an award for in a soup cook-off, so I'm very excited about that. I've got a handy dandy little burner here, which will, in a great lodge wok, and this thing gets hot, and that's what you want when you're making this soup. So I'm going to turn it on. All right, I'm going to turn it on high, and then I need something, so hold on. Thank you, Jay. All right, so this is great because I can see how hot this wok is in different areas, like instantly. So I'm going to let this thing heat up. I am going to add probably a couple tablespoons, maybe 3. Really, honestly, I'm not measured too much here, but I'm going to add some to the pan and let it heat up so it's ready for our first ingredient, which is chicken. All right, edges are hot. We're good. All right, so we're going to go in with our chicken. This is servings for 8 to 12. We cut up and pounded 2 large chicken breasts that we got from Joey Lanyo over at Lanyo's Meat Market. So I'm going to throw this in. I may not throw it all in. I'm going to kind of look at it. I don't want it to steam. I want it to get a crunch on it. So I don't have to do it all at once. We'll see what happens. Oh, the sizzle. I know you can't see in this pan. I'm sorry, but I am not going to put it all in. I'm going to kind of let it sit and move it around because we will be pulling this out at a later time. Okay, so we're back. We've got some good brown on the chicken. I'm not talking about black, just kind of brown it a little bit because it's gonna continue to cook. But I'm taking it out of this pan because I'm about to go in with some really great ingredients, and I will show you those as we're doing it. Okay, chicken is out of the pan. And I'm going to add just a little bit more vegetable oil, thank you. I didn't think I needed it, but it's pretty dry and I don't like that. So a little bit more vegetable oil. So we're going in with things that are going to smell good. The what?
Galangal.
Galangal. All right, so that's going in. We are still on high pretty much with our wok. This is ginger, going in with that.
Smell that.
Oh, that smells so good. I'm going to go in with garlic. The garlic that we prepared, don't worry, I'm going to post the recipe. And then I'm going down with these hot Thai chilies, right? Thai chilies.
Yes, 5 chilies.
Thai chilies. Oh, I don't want to touch it, but I am. Let me rub my eye later. Okay, and then I'm going in with, this is red curry paste, and I'm going to put all of that in there. And I'm going to let this stuff start, I'm going to let this stuff kind of start smelling good. Do I put the lime leaves in now? And the mushrooms.
Yep, yep.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. There's the lime leaves. Jay, if you'll throw that over there so we don't get all crowded. And then I've got shiitake mushrooms. Again, all of these ingredients, except for the chicken, came from the Asian market. The Asian market, the new location. And while they had chicken, it was a whole chicken, and I didn't want to use that. So we stopped by Joey Lanyo's Meat Market, and we got some large chicken breasts, and we used 2. All right, so here we go. And mushrooms. Now all I'm going to do, oh, and Jenny, thank you. Lemongrass. Now this lemongrass has been cut and smashed. I leave it in my soup. Jenny's probably going to pull that out before she hands it off to someone because she doesn't want someone, you're not supposed to eat it. But I leave it in when I'm serving it so I can say, hey, don't eat the lemongrass. Don't eat the lime leaves. Don't eat some of this. But having it in there is great. I know you can't see inside the pan, but literally the ingredients are right there. And I'm going to start just kind of stirring this up, getting them, all those smells going, you know, just like so. I'm going to let all this kind of soften a little bit before we go in with any broth. All right, so we've got all our vegetables in. They're smelling good. We've cooked them to 1 to 2 minutes, basically. And now we're going to come in with the wet stuff. And this is, I'm going to put in 9 cups of chicken stock. So this is made from better than bouillon, and it is only 4 cups, but we'll add another 5 cups of water. So here we go. You can hear the sizzle, and you can see we got a little bit of paste in the bottom. That's okay. No worries. This is not serious. Now this is looking really good, and if you will fill that back up to 4 cups and then give me another cup after, then we'll be good. All right, so we got our stock. Oh, I know that smell. That spice got me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna have to sneeze. Yeah. Yeah, it's making a. Yeah, another 4 cups. That'll make 8, and just 1 more cup after that, and we're good. Jenny, this should make 8 to 12 servings, and Jenny here has sold a lot of those already, but she says she's going to make another batch. So if you didn't get any, if you don't get any of the first batch, then watch Jenny Primeaux's page. She's also a foodie and one of our moderators. So watch her page, and you'll see that she's selling soups, and this will be another soup she's going to sell. All right, so our chicken stock is in. Now I'm going to add these ingredients. I'm going to add 2 cans of coconut milk. We have 2 different brands here. One is very liquid, and the other is more solid. So I'm going to need that little spoon. Where did I do that? All right, and so 2 cans of that. You can see that had some fat, basically some fat on the top. It is delicious. Remember Coco Lopez? Yeah. Did your mom ever make pina coladas with Coco Lopez?
Delicious.
Yep. All right, I think I'm done with that spoon now. Thank you, Jay. Jay is like Jay's my little sous chef. He's like helping me out. All right, so I put in the coconut milk. I'm still trying to bring this up to a boil, but while I do, I'm going to put in fish sauce. I'm going to try really hard not to drop this and smell up the house. This is the stinky element. Steven doesn't eat this soup because he's like, it's a stinky soup. But anyway, I love it. But don't use too much fish sauce. Follow the recipe. Do not put too much in or you will hate life. All right, fish sauce. Brown sugar is going in. Okay, and lime juice. Now this is juice of 5 limes. I may adjust that on the back end. We might squeeze some more in, but I like to taste it before I do that. But the lime juice is definitely one of the parts that makes this soup. If you will, Jay, one more ingredient. if you'll hand me that cilantro that is cut up over there, I'm going to just go, even though it's garnished with cilantro and some will be in your bowl when you get it, I'm going to add some to this step. Now, you can throw it in, you're good. I'm going to add some to this step just to add a little bit of flavor. Sorry if I'm splashing anybody, but you can see, hopefully you can see in the camera that this is all the way to the top in this wok. It is a big batch of Tom Kha soup, and we still have more things to add. I hope the pot will hold it all. And we're going to take just a short break and bring this to a boil. All right, so we brought this up to a boil, and it's been boiling for probably, 15 minutes or so. When I make this soup, there's something that I like, and I've had it at different restaurants like this. I julienne the onions, actually Jay did, and the bell pepper, and then I cut the onion in just wedges, you can see. I like to put these in at the very end because I like the crunch that they provide, and so I don't want them to cook down. I don't want them to be soggy. I want them to have a crunch and kind of retain that. So I think I've got a little bit much in front of me at this point to put all of it in the pot. And really the tomatoes, maybe a couple per container will be good for Jenny's soup. And the bell pepper, again, I can add all the bell pepper. I don't have a whole lot of that. And so I'm gonna put that in, okay? And when it comes to the onions, I am going to not use all of these. I think we've got too much here. So I'm going to say 3 handfuls. Again, I am posting the recipe. This is a double batch, so you won't be making this much soup if you follow the recipe. And you can size it down. And then when it comes to the tomatoes, I'm not going to put them all in. I'm just going to make sure that maybe each bowl can get 2 or 3. And again, I want them to stay crunchy. So I'm not going to boil this for much longer. So I'm going to mix that all in, and I'm going to allow that to come back up to heat, and probably another 10 minutes or so of time, not even. I'll just be checking it really closely. I don't want the tomatoes to lose their shape. I don't want them to get too soggy. And what I don't want is a tomato-based Tom Kha soup. All right, so we're back. We've added the onions, and what do we add?
By the way, if y'all are wondering, these are not like a new type of onion that we found at the Asian market. These are tomatoes.
Thank you, Jay.
I'm here for
They both attacked me after we cut. They're like, what did you say? Anyway, so I've got the tomatoes, I've got the onions in there, and we've got all the bell pepper. It has not lost its shape, and so we're good to go. I'm going to turn this heat off at this point, and I'm going to do a couple more things. Hold on. I usually garnish and add a little bit more cilantro. This cilantro will not be overbearing. If you don't like cilantro and the soapy taste that it has, I promise you this is not going to be a major flavor, but it will enhance the flavor. The depth of flavor of this soup is amazing, and this adds to that depth. So if you don't care for cilantro, I promise you it's not going to be it's not going to be like a street taco. So I'm going to add that cilantro. It's a key element to Thai cooking. So let's get that in there. Thank you, Jay. Don't cut yourself. And then I am going to add, I don't know, how much is Sambo?
I would say about a 1/4 cup.
This is some chili paste. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of that. It's going to provide a nice heat, but not overbearing. Now I'm going to give this a good stir. You can see, I think you can see, matter of fact, Jay, let me just scoop some up so the camera can see. You can see the color is great. It's almost an orangey, but that's the coconut milk and everything that's going on in there with the Thai curry paste. The Thai red curry is what's provided this color. So I'm just going to kind of mix this all in. Oh, the aroma, and now that you can get the chili paste. But look at that. Look at all that stuff. Again, I think Jenny's going to take the time to pick some stuff out that you're not really supposed to eat, like the lemongrass. And so I leave it in when I serve it, but since she's handing this to someone, I would hate for someone to choke on lemongrass because they didn't realize they're not supposed to eat it. I love the big chunks of this soup. I love the mushrooms being chunky. So what we're going to do now is we're actually, if I've got that mixed in pretty good, we're actually going to, boy, that's a big old pot of soup. I am going to give everybody just a little bit. And let's just, I mean, and I'm not going to worry about too much of the ingredients, but the juice. Oh, don't choke on that lemongrass. There's Jenny. All right, and again, you're not getting everything, but you're getting, oh, that's a whole lot of lemongrass. The juice. Here's some mushrooms for you.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to get some. And just make sure it's good. Does it need lime? What does it need?
Cheers.
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 Tom Kha soup. Mmm. Oh, that was a little hot. Oh, that's good.
That's beautiful.
So good. So delicious.
The lime juice brightens it up. a ton.
I'll
very
post the
bright.
recipe, but we've had a wonderful time today. We went shopping at the new location for Asian Market. It is amazing. It is the closest thing to H Mart that Lafayette has. So if you've been to an H Mart, you know what I'm talking about. I would suggest you get over there and check it out. And then we came back and we prepped, and now we've got a big pot of Tom Kha soup that Jenny pretty much is committed. It's already committed, but she's going to make a second pot. Look for Jenny Primeaux on Foodies of Lafayette, and she'll post her soups. Thank you so much for watching.